So what we're talking about with the evidence, and what is it those people have? When we talk about like it's the Ocean Learning Platform that we're talking about, and Andy mentioned there, you know, how accessible it is, whether it's and the thing about it is, so we're talking about something that's ubiquitous. You can get it on mobile app. They can study online, and it's also installed on the vessel as well. So the material is available to them wherever they need it. And to your point, Andy, I think you mentioned a bit earlier on, the ability to kind of, you know, to be able to drop in and refresh your knowledge, to look at some of those things that have changed and been updated since you picked up your COC back in the day, and all of that sort of stuff, as well as role-based courses. And I'll just kind of, for those that are uninitiated, we're talking about a very big training library. No one, of course, would need all of it because it's very specialized to different ship types and all of that sort of stuff. But we're really talking about materials and that cover things like safety, that security, all the main pillars, the environmental sort of side of it as well. Looking at some of those specifics, like, for example, some of the inspection stuff, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But there are, and then some of those softer skills as well, when you're looking to kind of get communication and all of those kind of elements in there as well as kind of role-based specific stuff. So there's a lot of material in there potentially that can help with the sort of excellence generally. But then there's some very specific stuff. So if you look at something like SIRE 2.0, which is a major focus there, we're looking at a learning kind of pathway within that that's really looking at, you can see there, you've got stuff on preparing for the inspection, what you should do pre-inspection, the inspection itself, how to close out that meeting, and then the additional style of things in human factors as well. Now, Andy, you worked on this particular series of titles, I think, as well, didn't you? So
yeah,
you're well versed.
So the previous SIRE programs, one of them was just a video that you listened to for an hour. There wasn't really any assessment to it. There wasn't really any sort of confirmation of learning. The other one was a series of modules which were quite long. So the idea with this was to break it up into small parts, and as you say, to break it into the different elements, so that if you were particularly concerned about the actual inspection, for example, you don't need to do the other bits. You can go straight to there. Or if the bit that's worrying you is the human factors, have a look at the human factors, see what the inspector will do, understand what the performance influencing factors are, and then you can help yourself to understand what you need to do during the actual inspection.